Mega church with more than 30,000 members. Millions more watch online. And this morning, 4 months after a medical event that he says changed his life forever, he's shining new light on his story.
I had a fair amount of anxiety about walking out on this stage, standing in the same spot that I almost died in.
On New Year's Eve last December, Bishop T.D. Jakes returned to the pulpit of his Dallas, Texas church and received a standing ovation.
And I think we owe him praise tonight.
His message that night was one his worshipers feared they might not hear. Just weeks earlier, he'd experienced a life-threatening medical emergency at Sunday service, going silent during his sermon.
Let him go in peace.
Church members rushed to his side. As parishioners waited for word, speculation grew over the bishop's health, with some asking if he'd suffered a stroke. Jakes later revealing, while it wasn't a stroke, he had suffered a, quote, life-threatening calamity and had emergency surgery.
Many of you don't realize that you're looking at a miracle.
Bishop Jakes is now back regularly in the pulpit, where he has preached for the last 29 years, with his congregation of 30,000 members joining in person and online. Thankful, he says, for his parishioners' messages of goodwill and strength.
I cannot tell you how glad I am to be in the house of the Lord tonight. I missed you. I thank you. With God, all things are possible. Can you say amen?
Amen. Let's, Bishop Jakes, so happy that you're here, so happy you survived.
Thank you, Chris.
Let's end the speculation now. What did happen to you that morning on stage?
You know, I didn't really realize what was happening to me on stage until I got to the hospital in an ambulance and fussing that it happened on stage, by the way, because I didn't want it to happen. And the doctor leaned over my ear and said, you'd had a massive heart attack. And the reason I didn't realize it is because I had none of the symptoms that they say, no numbness, no sharp pain, no anything. I just kind of drifted off to sleep. I didn't know what it was, but I almost died.
Massive heart attack.
He said 5 minutes later I'd have been dead on arrival. The right side of my heart had completely stopped getting blood at all. And as long as I was up preaching, I felt fine. But when I sat down, the adrenaline dropped, and it exposed the fact that I was preaching with half of my heart closed through a clot. And they had to go get it. And it was an amazing experience, man. It was just total, the whole experience, not just what they saw, but the surgery, everything.
They say sometimes that when you come that